And I believe we are ready to go here. Okay, we have a special guest. We have John Stephenson, the CEO, with the new Hall of Fame.
That's right.
In Atlanta, Georgia. And I tell you what, I have looked at the card. I have looked at the information. I am from South Carolina, so okay. Atlanta's a hop, skip, and a jump away.
It's right there.
And I'm excited about having this in our area there. Well, first of all, welcome to the Coach's Corner.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, it's going to be amazing. It's a real kind of recast of what a Hall of Fame can be. It was in South Bend, Indiana for the last 20 some odd years. Wonderful facility up there. But Atlanta, it gives it a much bigger stage. There's a lot of people that come into Atlanta already for football games, also for just general business travel and tourism. But we're putting this right in the middle of Centennial Olympic Park District, just yards away from the Georgia Aquarium, connected to the Georgia Dome and the new Falcon Stadium that will be open in 2017. So you've got a lot of college football fans that really, to get to the SEC championship game, to get to the Chick-fil-A kickoff game, to get to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the Black College Classic, the Georgia State games, the Falcons games, you have to walk past our front door to get into the stadium.
Well, I tell you, I'm going to add another list to that, too, because I was a school teacher for a long time. I was a college and high school coach for 27 years, and I know a lot of school groups take trips down to the Coke Museum, to the area you're talking about, aquarium down there, and I'm going to tell them, you got to add one more stop to that, because that's right there in the neighborhood.
And the attraction really is designed for fans of all ages and level of fandom, and I use the word attraction very intentionally. The Hall of Fame exhibit in our building is the anchor tenant. It's the authenticator. It's what makes it unique. But most of the building is just a real big celebration of the sport. We've got a 45-yard long football field in the middle of the building where kids can go, little kids and big kids can go try their hand at some football skills. And we have light touch games. We have stuff like fight song karaoke and digital face painting, and then we have, for the diehard college football fan, as much content as you want to get in there.
And again, you're going to be open August 23rd. And what a great time to open up down there when you've got the Chick-fil-A Classics coming up there, the game on Thursday. Then you've got the game on Saturday with Alabama in there, though. That's going to be a huge week. That week.
It's a big week for college football. In general, it's a big week for college football in Atlanta. Like you mentioned, you have Thursday after we open, Boise State against Ole Miss. Now on Wednesday we have Georgia State against Texas Abilene. So that's, it's a game too. The following Saturday, Alabama against West Virginia, and Georgia Tech's also playing at home that weekend as well.
And it's got to be something that's going to be great, too, because you're just starting to build a new football facility down there.
That's right.
Which is going to be right there in the area, and I have a feeling that is going to attract a lot of huge events. You've got the SEC championship game in Atlanta every year, though, and the bowl game down there, too.
Right.
So
and the kickoff game.
And the kickoff game. So it's going to be sitting right down there. But, I mean, the thing to realize, too, even when it's not football season going on, this is going to be a great place. When you're on your family vacation, Atlanta, Six Flags, Braves, things down there, go by and see this.
Got to. I mean, and especially when it's not football season, because we like to say it's game day every day in our building. So you come down there, you're going to get that shot of college football that you need, particularly in the offseason when we're all missing it.
So, again, what are some of the features, and I'm going to give Coach Tony, our photographer here, some opportunities there, what the fans can do, some unique things. You mentioned about the big field in there, though, but there's going to be a lot of different things. What do you think is one of the neatest features that it's going to have inside of it? If you're a sports fan, what's something that excites you?
Well, one of the neatest features, I think, and it's actually a very low-tech feature, and we didn't really anticipate it until we got it fabricated, but right when you walk into our lobby, you're going to be met with a wall, about a 3-story tall wall, that has a full-size football helmet of every college that plays college football across the country, every division. So no matter what school you went to, you're going to find your helmet in there. And that's over 767 helmets. And to visually see that many helmets up on the wall is very striking. And that's where we get to engage our fans for the first time through our RFID technology. There's a radio chip in every ticket that we give you, kind of like the Disney bands.
Right.
And should you choose to take us up on our invitation, you can come into that lobby, tell us what school you cheer for, and as soon as you select a school, your helmet will light up on the wall, tell everybody that a Florida fan or a Tennessee fan or a Georgia fan or an Ohio State fan just walked in. and then that antenna at that kiosk tells your ticket that you're a fan of that school. So now as you go through the building, you have school-specific things happening to you as you just by walking by certain things.
So you know whether to boo the person standing next to you.
That's right.
we or go and pat them on the back.
That's exactly right. We want to bring that passion that football fans have for their fellow fans and for their fellow rival fans into the building.
How did it go about, I guess, Atlanta being selected the site for that, though? Was there any other places right there? Personally, I think it's a great decision right there because some of the best college football is played in the South.
You know, the National Football Foundation, that's run by Steve Hatchell, chaired by Archie Manning, that started this Hall of Fame back in the 50s, it wasn't a big public RFP bidding process. It just kind of came that, we ought to put this in Atlanta because of what you just said. Atlanta is in the heart of SEC and ACC country, but it's this little jewel that is a very international, very geographically diverse city. I mean, in Atlanta, when I tell people I'm a native Atlantan, they kind of look at me funny because there's so many people that live in Atlanta from other areas of the country. And so you've got in the middle of SEC country where college football is at its fever pitch. You've got this very accessible, very easy to get to, very geographically diverse city. So it's the perfect place. I'm biased, of course, but it's the perfect place to put a college football themed attraction that highlights the Hall of Fame. If you were going to pick a 2.7 acre track in the country, I would challenge you to find a better one than the one we got here in Atlanta.
Well, Mr. Bill, who is our mascot right here, he is good friends with Gary Stoken.
Well, he is.
That Gary actually saw Mr. Bill and
he gave him. See, Gary, he has these Chick-fil-A. That's why he's so popular. He has these Chick-fil-A coupons that he gets to hand out to everybody.
And I've actually had to be his bodyguard so nobody steal that off of him.
It's a very valuable piece of paper.
But he is the star of our show. But Gary saw him a couple of years ago when we were here, and they actually put the helmet on him there and used him for some marketing things there. So he invited us to come to the game. So Mr. Bill went to the Chick-fil-A games that year and sat on the 50-yard line. So I've got to go back and re-show Gary the press box tickets there, but he still wears his little pin down there. And he is a huge fan.
We're going to have to get him to the Hall of Fame.
That will be his next stop.
Okay.
He loves to travel. He goes with us everywhere he goes, but he said he will definitely come.
All right, Bill, I'll see you there.
Down there. He will book that and make that trip down there, though. But this is our main man right there, though. But that's Gary's friend. So when you see Gary, ask him, he was by with us yesterday, and he and Mr. Bill got
Did they reacquaint
They did.
themselves?
They sure did. They're tight. They're like that.
I bet.
But, again, I'm looking forward to coming down to the Hall of Fame there. But I think y'all have got a great thing, and like I say, in South Carolina. And I see where you've got inductions on October the 7th. You'll be having inductions.
That's right. So the cadence that goes on is the Football Foundation names the class.
Right.
And they usually go to New York. Well, they always go to New York at this amazing kind of convention of all of college football in December. And then the following summer, they would have gone to South Bend to have more public ceremony.
Right.
So that's what we'll do in October. This is an outlier year because we're trying to get open this summer.
Right.
So we're going to have a kind of a joint opening gala and enshrinement in October. But August 23rd is the day that you need to get down there because we're opening our doors August 23rd to the public. It's going to be a big time, and tickets go on sale August 1st on cfbhall.com.
So that's where they need to go to get information about the Hall of Fame. You have a website and all?
Yeah, cfbhall.com. The website's up. If you give us your email today or before August 1st, you'll be able to buy a ticket before anybody else.
Okay.
Before we go, put it live on August 1st. So go to cfbhall.com. It's got all the information you need there. Sign up with us. Give us your email. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, CFB Hall, and we'll see you in Atlanta.
And I think these South Carolina people that I'm a graduate University of South Carolina fans, Sterling Sharp, I believe, will be inducted as one of the ones for Hall of Fame. I think he just recently was voted to the College Hall of Fame.
That's right.
So that'd be a great opportunity to go by. For those South Carolina fans out there that follow Gamecocks, you will have a local guy that will be down in the Hall of Fame down there.
Absolutely. We got a lot of South Carolina Gamecocks down there.
There we go. So we'll be there with you, too. Mr. Bill's looking forward. He'll be packing his little suitcase.
Is he a Carolina fan, too?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's a Gamecock also. Okay. He made a new friend this week, too. He's got right there when we had our dish people were here, though. So he's got a little friend now.
He looks like he's from Australia. He probably didn't know about college football.
He thinks football's that little round ball you kick, though. I call that kickball, not soccer. So I got a lot of trouble for that, too, with the World Cup people. They didn't like me a whole lot from that statement, though. But John Stephenson has been the CEO of the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta, Georgia. A great place. We're looking forward to going down and seeing it.
Looking forward to seeing you there.
Thank you. We appreciate appreciate you coming and sharing
Yes, sir.
that information.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, thank you.